What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, joined as always by my co-hosts Josh and John Luke. Joining us again for some brackets today is Dan the Man, Eagle Dan FF. Dan, I did just tweet saying Dan was in S tier all alone. I was not talking about you. It was about Big Brothers, so I just wanted to make sure you're too big right before this. I know. I just had to do a little check before we started. And we are joined by a special guest today. We've got Tommy Moe joining us. He's a contributor at the Undroppables, a writer for Downtown Rams, and he wreaked havoc on quarterbacks up in North Dakota. Or did you say Montana? I might have messed up.
North Dakota.
The North Dakota QB still for your day. What's up, Tommy?
What's going on, guys? Thanks so much for having me on the show. I'm pumped to be here. I'm excited to do this game show with you guys. And yeah, small school up in North Dakota, Minot State University, a little D2 school out in the middle of nowhere, but still good football. Yeah, those quarterbacks are still reeling from the hurt, and I put on my miles up there about like 12 years ago at this point. But yeah, it's been great, and yeah, happy to be here representing for the Undroppables.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Yo,
You're not
I
the
wouldn't
first.
want to take a hit, Tommy.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Chris has been on here a couple times.
Okay.
Detroit Beastie.
Well, yeah. Chris is everywhere though. That's
Yeah, he is. He is. We love
Not
Chris.
saying much.
Yeah. Thanks for making me feel special.
Well, Tommy, we brought you on today to play brackets with us. It's one of our favorite games. We created two brackets, head-to-head matchups that we're going to vote on one by one. Whichever side of the matchup gets more votes will advance to the next round. We're doing two brackets today. One of them is late round sleepers. It's an 8-person bracket. We've got two from each of the fantasy relevant positions: running back, wide receiver, tight end, quarterback. And then we have the bracket I know everyone's here for. Hats.
Oh,
We have a bracket of hats is what we're doing. We came up with this idea a couple of weeks ago, and it had to be done.
I prepped more for hats than I did for sleepers.
Tommy,
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, we expect no less.
whenever Eric, what's his Twitter handle? Your FF coach came on we had a monster battle bracket, and it lives in infamy because of the amount of prep he did for the monsters. This guy came in with like tons of Cthulhu facts and like King Kong statistics. Like he was ready to go. It was hilarious.
You went deep.
We talk about fantasy football like every day. I mean, how often do we get to talk
Switch it
about
up.
hats? We got to do some
Right.
research into hats, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Definitely. I love hats. I wear hats all the time. So
Me too.
You guys said hats. I was like, oh, I'm in.
Also, Jay
Beezy has
said
been on.
Beezy was the man coming on here.
Yeah.
So that was
Oh,
another
nice.
Undroppables bud we had on
Yes.
here. We got Cheesehead12 in the chat saying hello. What's up, Cheesehead? And Craig said, I think we can all hang our hat on the fact that FYF is awesome. And I'm going to skip to the next pun and just say, Anthony said, hat puns are beanie me.
Oh, no. That's so bad.
What's up,
one-
I
Jay
kinda
Wall?
like that
Welcome in.
That
And-
one almost took my breath away.
I'm out
Oh
of here.
god, a Canadian one too. That's so.
Oh,
bad.
this is gonna. JL's gonna quit if there's any more hat puns.
Yeah.
Hello, Burner.
We've reached our quota.
Welcome in, Burner. I figured I'd mix up your intro today. I don't want you getting used to the super hype one. We've been spoiling you.
You're all about tearing people down today, Simon.
That wasn't tearing it down. I just want to make the hype special.
You just want
So
to
we're going
tame
low
their
key.
yeah.
The expectations.
Yeah.
Anthony said jail really needs to put up a poster that this grad cap is distracting, but at least today it's fitting. Graduation cap may or may not be in the bracket, just so you guys know.
Great.
That is something we're talking about. Munder Difflin says Tommy Moe. Hey, homie. Oh, and hey, guys.
What's up,
Hey.
Scott?
Scott only giving love to,
Oh, hi.
to Tommy down there. Ricky Butt says last.
Ooh.
Welcome in. Munder said the answer is Jarvis Landry. Dan, people were going wild about that yesterday. You are that clip, that period has gone down in Front Yard Fantasy infamy. You are part of the lore of Front Yard Fantasy stream now. And Burner said, I have strong opinions on hats. Well, then I can't wait.
Who doesn't?
And Detroit BC said, good luck matching Tommy's deep voice. I'll do my best. And then he said, soothing. Oh, God, do it again.
Yeah. Hello, Chris. I'm still trying to do a pod with me, Real Rhinos, and Jay Mike Check from Open Bar. And just have it like the deepest voices in fantasy football be on one podcast.
That would be so soothing. That would be like some straight, like deep voice ASMR going on if the three of you got on a show together. Rick said fifth to like, though. Fifth is the best. I think that's how the phrase goes. And
I think everyone should be liking.
Wonder difference. My eyes are fixated on Josh's stairs. The people want someone to fall down your stairs, Josh. That's what they want.
One of these days, stay tuned. It's gonna happen.
We need to get one of those like the dummies that like in TV show where it's like clearly just ragdoll dummy. That's what we need.
And then I'll have someone sitting over here the whole time who like stands up and it's like, oh yeah, just
yeah.
We got Detroit Beastie Chris in here himself saying Pillow Talk Radio.
Oh my God, that's such a good name.
That's a good name. And Munder said get Herms on too for an awesome voice pod.
Yes.
That is a bunch of awesome voices. Yes. Guys, we've got two brackets to get through. So I said we go ahead and get started. Before we do that though, everyone, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, we're on YouTube at Front Yard Fantasy. Hit that subscribe button. It means a ton to us and you won't miss awesome shows like this one today with Tommy. Without further ado, let's get going on this bracket. Let me pull it up for us. Share my screen. This is a Josh, late round. Josh just brings the happy, doesn't he? I tried to pick some names we haven't talked about a ton on stream so far. So some of these names are different than other like late round people we've talked about. All of these are 10th round or later, according to Fantasy Football Calculator PPR ADP from last week. Nyheim Hines has the highest ADP, and then I believe one of the tight ends has the lowest. I can't remember which one, but they're all within a similar range, 10th round or later. Like I said before, we've got 2 running backs, 2 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends, and 2 wide receivers. So we'll get at least one of each position in the semifinals, and then we will determine who our favorite late round sleeper out of these 8 players is. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Okay. Josh,
I don't see hats on here though. I'm a little confused.
The next
we're getting there. We're almost there.
Oh shoot! I meant to add the hats. This is Nyheim Hines in a fedora or Tevin Coleman in a graduation cap.
That would
Which
be
one
funny.
would you rather have on your fantasy team?
You know how we talk about doing the champions bracket? We should just do like a mashup bracket where it's just 2 topics, but they're up against each other in the same bracket.
Like
it's
where we did
the vacations when we did.
You guys, I like the vacations one. That one was funny.
It's like sleepers and hats, and it's just you got to choose Russell Gage or a top hat.
Irv Smith Jr. watching Inception or Adam Troutman watching Gangs of New York.
Josh, you have the first vote in this late round sleeper. You're picking your favorite guy. Is it Nyheim Hines or Tevin Coleman from the running backs? Which of these guys do you like better as a late round sleeper?
Listen, I like Nyheim Hines. He's a great pass catching back, but Jonathan Taylor's getting all the carries there. Nyheim Hines, he's probably going to have a couple good games. You know, he's going to get some catches. Don't get me wrong. But Tevin Coleman, I don't love the Jets. I don't love the situation that much. I know there's other guys there, but I think Tevin Coleman is my favorite to be the starter going into the season. If I'm choosing between these guys and I need a running back, I'm choosing Tevin Coleman. So Coleman gets my vote.
1 vote for Tevin Coleman from Josh. Before we go on, though, Jay said, anytime someone says J.K. Dobbins, someone needs to fall down the steps and hand Josh's Dobbins jersey. That'll make the Dobbins even more exciting whenever you whip out your jersey. If ketchup just comes flying down the stairs.
That's a terrible job.
Tommy, are you going with Nyheim Hines or Tevin Coleman here?
You know, my gut is Hines. But Josh makes a great point. Coleman probably will get the start. I mean, I love Michael Carter. I really think Michael Carter is going to be the guy in the long term for the Jets. But I know how football goes. I know how the NFL goes. They're going to rely on a veteran a little bit more than they are the rookie, especially right away. And there's definitely going to be at least a split, like a 60-40 split at least. But God, this is tough. So like I said, Hines was my gut. So I want to stick with Hines, but I love Josh's take on Coleman and why he picked Coleman. And this is dynasty rankings, but we definitely have Nyheim Hines ranked a lot higher than Coleman. I do love that pass catching ability. I do think Jonathan Taylor is going to take away some of that because that guy can catch, but I'm just going to go with my gut. I'm going to go with Nyheim Hines.
Fair enough.
One vote for Nyheim Hines. Josh almost convinced them to go Tevin Coleman, but not enough. John Luke, are you going Nyheim Hines or Tevin Coleman?
I'm going to go Hines here. I understand what Josh is saying, but I just think Nyheim Hines, we didn't see his usage really fall off in like the second half of the season. He was still like utilized pretty much consistently throughout the season. It's not a ton. Of course, Jonathan Taylor is going to be the main guy there, but Tevin Coleman just really hasn't shown us anything, and I'm not super confident in the Jets offense. So I would rather take my shot on Nyheim Hines here.
Fair enough.
I went ahead and put that vote on there. I was like, wait, I was about to make it 3 votes. But Jay, you said we haven't seen anything from Tevin Coleman. What about Atlanta? That was just like yesterday, right?
Stop it.
Tevin Coleman. I remember that.
Too soon.
Dan, are you going Nyheim Hines or Tevin Coleman?
Well, I think with people with Coleman, I think you have to realize it's not Atlanta or San Francisco anymore. We haven't really seen him in any other offense except for those. And with Hines there, that offense is really catered at. Even though Taylor is there, Hines is definitely going to get a good bit of work. And Michael Carter, in my opinion, is just better than Tevin Coleman to begin with. So I think he gets a job sooner rather than later. So I'm going to go with Hines.
3 votes for Hines. My vote doesn't matter. Hines is going to win this one, but my vote's also going to be for Nyheim Hines. I view Tevin Coleman's work as not guaranteed. I view Nyheim Hines' receiving work as guaranteed for this coming season, and that's all it is for me. I think he will be utilized. But Josh, you make a good point that Coleman's upside is probably higher. There's a chance he's the starter, right? I just don't see it happening. Up next, we have the quarter.
It's the Jets starter. What does that really mean?
You make a great point, Josh. None of us agree with you, though.
I'm glad I can make the point at least.
It seems like people mostly agree with us. Anthony said Hines, even though I loathe fedoras, because we did say Hines in a fedora, but it was enough to overcome it. Burner said Hines as well. Rick says Nyheim Hines is never in lineups when he score points, but Tevin Coleman hasn't scored points in a while. Good point. And Anthony said best ball baby. Yeah, these are the names. You're probably looking at a bunch of these names.
Yeah.
And
okay,
Tom, to your point, Tommy, I would take Hines as well. Age and everything.
Well, and I think, to Dan's point, even if this was last year and he was on, was it Atlanta last year, or I always forget, because I don't pay attention to Coleman at all. I always forget where he was last year, if it was the Niners but even if it was last year, I would still select Hines too. I think not knowing what he's going to do with the Jets actually gives him a little bit of a boost, and the fact that he will probably be the starter gives him a little bit of a boost too, but still, it's hard. It's a tough one. That's a great one to start, because I was like, that
I know, right?
We'll see if these get any easier. Tommy, you've got the first vote on this one. It's the quarterbacks, the late round quarterbacks. We've got Ryan Fitzpatrick and Ben Roethlisberger. Which of these guys do you like better as a late round QB?
Yeah, I know for Scott Fishbowl, guys like Jeff Lambert have really advocated for Ben Roethlisberger. He's kind of one of those last quarterbacks that does have that rushing upside that you can get a little bit later. But I don't know if you guys saw the picture from training camp. I mean, he looks like a half-popped popcorn kernel after practice with all those ice bags taped on him. So I don't really trust that he's going to be there in any dynasty league that I have Ben Roethlisberger. I've been picking up Dwayne Haskins wherever I can, just as a safety blanket for that. So with all that said, I don't really like Big Ben this year as much. And I love Fitzmagic. I mean, any team, he can go to any team and he's going to produce and he's going to do something. And I really like, Holmes called him the old team name, the Washington football team, a lot anyway, regardless of who the quarterback is. So I'm going to go Ryan Fitzpatrick here.
1 vote for Fitzmagic from Tommy Moe. John Luke, where are you going here?
Tommy, did you say that Jeff was saying that Ben is will rush this year?
He did make that claim, yes. That Ben does.
Has he ever seen Big Ben run? I can't stop laughing.
I'll tell you this:
It is like
hard to
watching
take him
someone. It is hard to take him down, but it is
And
It's
he
like
was-
watching Scooby-Doo run in slow motion. It's not.
I believe he was a
pleasant.
top 10 QB in Scott Fishbowl scoring last year, though, which is probably where
was.
that's coming from.
That makes
So
sense. How much
he
he
was-
threw, that totally
He
makes
was
sense.
very good in Scott Fishbowl scoring last year, even if not in other scoring. So I get that. John Luke,
And-
where's your vote? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And real
Tommy.
quick, yeah, just to clarify, we are talking about redraft kind of
Yep.
PPR standard for this year only, right?
Correct.
Right.
Okay, yeah, not
Sorry, I
Scott
should've
Fishbowl, but yeah.
Yeah, I should have clarified that. John Luke, where are you going here? Fitzpatrick or Ben Roethlisberger?
I just looked it up. I'm gonna go give Jeff the business. Big Ben had 10 rushing yards last season. I'm calling Jeff right after this. I'm going Ryan Fitzpatrick here. I completely agree with what Tommy was saying. I'm actually really excited for Ryan Fitzpatrick. My goodness, in Washington, and he's like very quickly become one of my favorite NFL players. Just is such a fun player, such a good personality.
God, I almost forgot, guys.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yes,
You
everybody.
need a new one. You need a Washington football team one. We've got two votes for
John,
Ryan
you got 10?
Fitzpatrick.
10 total yards on the whole year.
10 total, I think. Yeah, maybe that's
Just 10.
total. Just 10. Oh wait. Yeah, just 10.
You know, there was
10 whole yards.
Elite
During-
rushing ability, 10.
during the Super Bowl, so on Prize Picks, they had rushing yards up as a stat that you could put into your entries, and they had Tom Brady set at 0, and you have to select over or under 0 rushing yards. And at first I was like, oh, that's a gimme.
Oh yeah.
And then I looked at his last 14 games, and 7 of them were over
Like
0 and
-1.
7 of them were under 0.
Yeah.
He had just as games with negative rushing yards. So it's some of these QB rushing numbers are shocking. Dan, are you going Ryan Fitzpatrick or Ben Roethlisberger?
I'm a fan of Fitzpatrick as well. I think he's going to do good in Washington. He's got some good weapons to work with there. I just think that the weapons in Pittsburgh just are much better than what's in Washington offensively. I think the addition of Najee Harris is going to help Ben out. He can dump it off and just let him run with it. So I'm going to go for this year with Ben.
One vote for Ben Roethlisberger from Dan. I'm going to finish this off before it gets to you, Josh, though. It's Ryan Fitzpatrick for me. He's got the upside of putting up 40, 50-point games. And he can, but then also, he'll put up a 4 interception game and ruin your week. But that's the kind of quarterback you want in these late rounds. And I love the weapons he has in Washington. We've seen what he does. Another vote for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Josh, are you going Fitzpatrick or Big Ben here?
I'll be honest, I don't love either of these guys as my starter in a redraft league, but if I had to choose one, it would probably be Ryan Fitzpatrick just to see what would happen. I see Burner of Stone made a good point here. Big Ben, he doesn't have anyone threatening him this season, and Taylor Heineke might start for Ryan Fitzpatrick at some point. That's fine. We know Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to be the starter going into the year, and I want to see what that looks like. I really do. I think it could lead to great things with Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, Antonio Gibson. This could be a hell of an offense. So let's go Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Completely agree. 4-1. Ryan Fitzpatrick moves on, and we're on to our tight ends. John Luke, you've got the first vote in this one. Irv Smith Jr. versus Adam Troutman. Which of these late round tight ends do you like better?
I think this is sleeper, right? Late round sleeper is the title.
Yeah. Late round sleepers is the title.
So just for that, I'm going to go Troutman. We haven't seen anything from him, so I'm a little bit hesitant this season. But if he does hit, he's very athletic, and there's Jared Cook's gone. Irv Smith he's still on the Vikings. There's a lot of competition there. I believe Tyler Conklin's still there, so I would much rather have Troutman as a flyer and see if he can just make it happen this season versus Irv Smith. I am up on Irv Smith, but not as much.
Okay, one vote for Troutman. Dan, where are you going here? Irv Smith or Adam Troutman?
I'm going to go with Irv Smith. I just believe in his quarterback more than I do Troutman's. So Irv.
Who's Troutman's
One
quarterback?
vote for Irv.
Okay.
I'm going to assume it's going to be Taysom Hill because that's
Gotcha.
what
It's Landry.
that's what Jarvis Landry is the answer to everything.
Latavius Murray. For whom Jay Bell tolls, we got Jeff in here saying Tommy and FYF. Yeah, that is a squad. You are right.
What's up, Jeff?
And we've got some votes in the chat as well for this one. It is my vote, and this one's close for me. We have seen a bit more from Irv, a little bit, but from an athletic profile, I loved Adam Troutman coming out. I loved the landing spot, and I didn't even mind that Jared Cook was there to start. I think there's a reason Cook isn't back on the Saints, and I think that's because they're ready to let Troutman roll out there as the starting tight end. I think the only other tight end he really has to compete with is Nick Vannett, and that doesn't really scare me for the Saints. I'm so excited about Troutman this year. I truly think this could be a breakout season for him. It's Troutman for me. Josh, where are you going here?
When it comes down to it, if I'm on the board, I'm taking Irv Smith over Adam Troutman all day. But, if I'm waiting on tight end, I love taking Troutman late. I mean, he's going to be the second option in that offense. I would presume that at this point.
You mean second pass catching option?
Second pass catch. Well, Kamara obviously is number 2. I just meant receiver. Let's just put it that way, right?
Yep.
But Irv Smith, he was a second round pick, and I'm excited to see what this guy can do. Kyle Rudolph left. I think Irv Smith's a breakout candidate.
So 1 vote for Irv Smith from you, tying it up. Okay, yes. Tommy, it comes to you. You are breaking the tie. You determine the winner of this matchup. Is it Irv Smith or Adam Troutman?
Okay, one more clarifying comment. Is this who we think is going to score more points this year, or who would we rather have?
Who do
we rather draft as a late round?
However, you want to formulate the argument.
However you think sleeper applies. Like, so if you want. If how you draft sleepers is for who you think is going to score more points, then that's how you should do it. But if you draft sleepers for pure upside, then that's how you should go here. So whichever way you look at sleepers.
Well, with like ADP alone, I love Adam Troutman. I love the value there. I love where he's being drafted at as like tight end 24, like super late. He's one of my targets for Scott Fishbowl, super late. Even if as a tight end 2, or even if I decided to fade tight ends early. So I really like Adam Troutman. The entire Undroppables team is super high on Adam Troutman this year, and has been talking about him all off season. But I think Irv Smith's going to score more points, and I think Irv Smith is ready for a breakout. And I think I just love that guy's athletic profile, and I've been waiting for him to really have a breakout season. So I'm going to go Irv Smith, even though he's a little bit more expensive with the ADP, and Adam Troutman is a great value at where he's at. I think Irv Smith is going to score more points.
Let's go, Irv.
You had me excited there for a second, Tommy, but you went Irv Smith, sided with Dan and Josh, and sent Irv Smith onto the semifinals to go against whichever wide receiver wins this matchup. It seems like most people in the chat agreed with you guys, though. Anthony said, got to go Irv. Rick said Irv. Burner did say Troutman. And J-Wall also said Troutman. So you know what? It actually was about 50-50. It was Irv early, and then Troutman came back in. And Jordan said, is this the week of guests that looks similar to Dan? We're just bringing in Dan and his bearded friends.
Oh, no. Okay, now we're really stretching it, I feel like.
Because you had Troy on Monday, right?
Yeah, Troy and Dan look identical.
The exact same.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit, I thought that was just Dan twice. Jordan said, JL really still wearing the graduation cap. Line it up for us, JL.
There it is.
We get it. We get it. You
graduated. It's for a hat bracket.
It's a hat day, yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan said, I just want someone to nod their head when I speak like Josh does when he agrees. And Anthony said, Tommy hit the nail on the head and earned a follow on Twitter for your take on Irv. There you go,
my
Tommy.
man, Anthony. I really don't care about my follower count, and I earn them, and I appreciate a follow for something like that. That's an earned follow. I love that. I appreciate that.
Wait till we get to hats.
You're going to lose them all. Scott Fish is in here, says hi. He has to tune in whenever we do brackets because he's starting a new show, Tommy, where he corrects our brackets after we're done with them. He goes in and fixes all the things that we screwed up. Because we
always screw it up.
So that's Scott's new show idea. So he's here for some research. We are on to Russell Gage versus Henry Ruggs. Said Irv. Another Irv vote. Dan, I believe you have the first vote on this one. Which of these wide receivers do you like better as a late round sleeper?
Okay, so I wrote an article about Henry Ruggs a little while ago saying he was number 1 in target separation among all wide receivers.
Number 1 in our hearts.
Yeah, exactly. But I do love the Falcons offense more than I do Oakland. And I don't know how much Carr can hit Ruggs deep to take advantage of his skill set. I'm a really big fan of Gage, and I think with Julio gone, I understand that Kyle Pitts is the greatest football player that has ever been or will ever be. But But I think that Gage is going to carve out a more robust role in an offense with Julio Gone. So I'm going to go with Gage here.
One vote for Gage from Dan. NBA's in here. He says, "What up, beautiful folks in this stream?
What's up,
NBA?
NBA?
Glad to have you in here." This one's close for me. If this was Dynasty, it would be Ruggs, no questions asked. Redraft really changes this question. Dan, I agree with you. Ruggs has the talent, has the speed. I'm just not sure that offense can take advantage of it. And the point you made about Pitts, I love Kyle Pitts. Let me just reiterate that. I am not expecting like a top 4 tight end season from Kyle Pitts as a rookie. I just, if it happens, I'm wrong and I'll miss in redraft on Kyle Pitts, but I'm not going to project a statistical outlier, a record-breaking season for any player, no matter who they are. Like, that's just not how I'm going to do it. I do think there's plenty of volume in that offense for Russell Gage with Julio Gone. I don't think Kyle Pitts is going to absorb all of those targets. It's close, but which one of these guys do I think will actually contribute to my team next year? I'd put, like, I would rather have Russell Gage, I think. So it's another vote for Russell Gage. But that one hurts a little bit. Josh, where are you going here? Gage or Ruggs?
This is the toughest one yet for me. I think Russell Gage is a lot safer. Like you said, Simon, I think his workload is like guaranteed. He's going to be a part of that offense. Henry Ruggs, on the other hand, has all the upside in the world. He's an early first-round pick last year. If they are able to get him involved, he's going to kill it. I'd rather have Henry Ruggs on my team for the upside factor. When we're taking these guys, it's late, and I'm shooting for upside typically. So I think I'd rather have Gage in my starting lineup week 1, but I'd rather have Henry Ruggs on my team. I'll go Ruggs. Even though I really like Brian Edwards as well too.
One vote for Ruggs. Dan, quick aside. Jordan had a question for you. He said, "When were you happier, your wedding day or Jarvis Landry having more yards on the stream yesterday?"
Well, I guess it hasn't happened yet, so I'm going to go with Jarvis Landry.
Okay, what about bachelor party or when Jarvis Landry had the most yards?
I don't remember most of my bachelor party, so I'm going to go with
Jarvis.
Sorry, Jarvis.
Okay, Josh voted for Henry Ruggs. Tommy, where are you going here? Russell Gage or Henry Ruggs the third?
Well, I'm the opposite of Josh. Like, this is the easiest one for me. I would have said just Ruggs right off the bat, but I'm a homer. I'm a Raiders homer.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of faith in Ruggs. I have a lot of faith in John Gruden using Ruggs the way he was used more in Alabama in year 2. There's a lot more trust there with Derek Carr. They brought in John Brown to stretch the field a little bit more, which they were trying to use Ruggs to do it all last year. And it worked against the Jets, and they won, right at the last minute, but it didn't work consistently throughout the year. I forgot who put out the tweet. I don't know if it was Mike Lou or Hayden Winks, but they looked at how Ruggs was used in Alabama versus how he was used his first year in Las Vegas, and it was night and day. The ADOT was way higher last year, but it wasn't working. It wasn't giving him the amount of touches and targets that he really needs. And so I think we'll see a little bit going back more to what he did at Alabama, a lot more slants, a lot more crossing routes, a lot more underneath routes, especially when you have a guy like Edwards on the outside and John Brown to stretch the field. I think Ruggs is going to have a big step out or step up in year 2. And as far as Gage, I really like Russell Gage. Seeing Julio Gone, I was like, oh, Russell Gage instantly. But then I need to pump my brakes a little bit on thinking about vacated targets and how those really don't just automatically go to the next guy, especially when they bring in a guy like Kyle Pitts, who's basically a wide receiver, right? So he's just going to take that away too. So instant reaction was Ruggs, and for all those reasons, I'm still going with Ruggs.
It is 2-2, Ruggs versus Gage. JL, you've got the final vote in this one.
Yeah.
What's it going to be?
It's funny because it's like completely switched in Dynasty, but in redraft, I feel like I'm a little bit more bullish on Russell Gage. I don't think he's more talented than Henry Ruggs by any means, but I don't trust John Gruden. I don't trust that John Gruden will use him the way they should. But I'm hopeful in Dynasty that John Gruden is able to learn. And I think simply just the fact that they traded away Julio, Russell has that opportunity. So I'm going to take Russell for redraft, but just Dynasty would be different.
Sorry, Tommy.
3-2 matchup.
Yeah, my
bad. Hold on. I'm calling Gruden right now. Hold on.
I'll tell him to his face.
All right,
Russell Gage moves
rounds,
on.
guys.
Yeah, we had some answers from the chat. A lot of mixed bag here, kind of like we were. Gage from Rick Butts, Ruggs from Burner. Anthony said Ruggs. Elgin said Ruggs. And then they fought about it. I'll give you the Reader's Digest version. They're fighting about it. Our next matchup, we've got Nyheim Hines, the running back, versus Ryan Fitzpatrick, the quarterback. I've got the first vote here. And we talked about these players ad nauseum. It really just comes down to which one of these am I more excited about drafting. And it's Ryan Fitzpatrick. The upside for Ryan Fitzpatrick far outweighs the upside for Nyheim Hines. And with like sleeper quarterbacks, I'm not looking for a guy for all season. I'm looking for a guy for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So we'll see. Ryan Fitzpatrick would probably be more likely to draft. Josh, are you going Fitzpatrick or Hines?
I love Fitzpatrick, but he's a quarterback. You said it. I don't care. In this range, I'm fine with all the. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'm just shooting for upside. And then if I'm picking a quarterback this late, it's week to week. It's week to week. Streaming against the worst defenses. So I'll go Nyheim Hines here.
1-1. Tommy, where are you going? Nyheim Hines or Ryan Fitzpatrick?
I'm going to go Fitzmagic. Kind of for the reasons you were saying, Simon. I think, if you need a plug-and-play quarterback at any time in the season, he's a safe option, and I think against the right defense, especially for DFS, I think he's going to be a good play this year in the right situation. So I could see myself starting, especially for DFS, I can see myself starting Fitzmagic a little bit more than I could see myself plugging in Nyheim Hines because like I said, I think Jonathan Taylor is just going to eat everything, all the touches in that backfield. So I have a little more confidence in Fitzmagic.
2-1 for Fitzmagic. What's up, Swamp? Welcome in. He's in work, but he loves us and he's crying.
We love him.
Hopefully you can get a day off one of these days. John Luke, Nyheim Hines or Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, what Josh said is definitely hitting home for me. Like, it's weird to compare these two. Like, I don't really think of Ryan Fitzpatrick as a sleeper. I guess it depends on like a format. Like if it's super flex, I guess
if it's super flex,
like I like Ryan Fitzpatrick this year. I'm much more confident that he's going to do well than I am that Nyheim Hines will do well. But I don't know. I would probably, I feel like I have to go Fitzpatrick for that reason. But it is weird to think of a QB as a sleeper in that way because he's probably just going to be like a late round value at a QB.
Yeah. 3-1 for Ryan Fitzpatrick, though. It's been decided. Dan, are you going Nyheim Hines or Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Josh was right. It's Hines.
It's Hines, but he loses. Up next, we've got Irv Smith Jr. versus Russell Gage. And Josh, we are back to you with the first vote.
So Irv Smith is kind of in a grouping of tight ends. Again, just kind of like what I was saying about Ryan Fitzpatrick, where I'm fine with so many tight ends going late here, where Russell Gage, he stands out a little bit more to me. I prefer Russell Gage.
Okay, 1 vote for Russell Gage. Tommy, Russell Gage or Irv?
Russell Gage. I think
2-0.
I don't really have an explanation, just Russell Gage.
There you go. John Luke, Russell Gage or Irv Smith?
Russell Gage.
3-0. Russell Gage is moving on. Dan, are you throwing one to Irv or is it Russell Gage?
Russell,
and it's a sweep. Sorry, Irv. No one cares. It is now the finals. Ryan Fitzpatrick versus Russell Gage as our favorite late round sleeper. And Tommy, you've got the first vote.
Well, plus this is a better matchup. No one wants to vote on tight ends for the final. Like that's
you're right. No tight end versus quarterback for the final.
This is a lot better. I'm just gonna have to stick with my man Fitzmagic. I want to see the glasses back out. I want to see the chest hair with the bling, the whole thing. I want more Fitzmagic.
Yes.
1 vote for Fitzmagic for the chest hair. John Luke, are you going Fitzmagic or Russell Gage?
Again, I completely agree with Tommy. I want all of that Fitzpatrick has to offer. But if it's sleeper, I feel like I think Russell Gage is more of a sleeper. So I'm going to go Russell Gage here.
You fooled you, Simon. You fooled you.
You tricked me. It is
jump the gun.
Dan, are you going Ryan Fitzpatrick or Russell Gage? Here, let me jump the gun again. I'm just kidding.
What you going to do, Dan? Jarvis Landry?
Yes, Jarvis Landry. I think that to Josh's point before, Ryan's in that jumble of quarterbacks that you can just take whatever, and I'm just really high on Russell Gage this season. So Russell.
2 votes for Russell Gage, and Josh, unfortunately, you're going to have to break the tie on this one because I am going Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm so excited about drafting him late. I feel like I'm going to have him in so many redraft leagues this year. So it is 2-2, and Josh, you've got the final vote. Who is it?
Easy tiebreak for me. It's Russell Gage all day. I already talked about it. Quarterbacks. It's quarterback. I mean, it's the fact that he's a quarterback. I'm not, let's go. Russell Gage wins.
Russell Gage is the champion. Russell Gage wins, and Burner agreed. Burner called it. He said Gage is the winner. Gage is our late round sleeper bracket winner. He will move on to the bracket of champions to face off against the likes of New Girl, CeeDee Lamb, and what else is in that bracket? Marshawn Lynch at the beach.
Gangs of New York.
Oh,
I don't think
he's supposed to stand up against CeeDee Lamb.
I don't think New Girl won that bracket. I think Parks and Rec won that.
You're right. Parks and Rec did win that bracket. Guys, our next bracket is hats, and this is the lineup that we have. We've got 16 different kinds of hats in here. If you don't know what one of them is, we can describe it to you, and I guarantee you know what it is. We've got some great matchups from baseball cap to party hats to visors. There's all sorts of stuff in here. And our very first matchup is the classic baseball cap versus a football helmet. Tommy, which one of these hats do you prefer?
I think it's like, who's wearing a football helmet as a hat?
There's one right answer.
But I love football, and I wore one for so long. It's just, this cracks me up. It's a baseball cap, but like, it's almost not fair. You should have put football helmet and dunce cap, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm going baseball cap. I wore a football helmet for like 20 years, but I'm still wearing a baseball cap every single day.
You didn't enjoy it?
Oh, I loved it. I still have 3 of them.
I guess not.
I'm not walking around with one.
I'm messing around.
One vote for baseball cap. Anthony says hat with propeller got snubbed. It did.
Yeah, what the hell? What the heck is a Kangol hat?
In there. That was requested by Tommy. It's what Samuel L. Jackson wears. Come on.
That's not a bucket hat? Oh, you're talking about
the backwards, like director style looking hat. Kangol makes multiple hats, but that's the one we're talking about. We can put hat with a propeller in there if you guys would like. We can take one of these. Yeah. Which one of these should we take out for hat with propeller?
Oh God.
I need to change it up.
God, I don't know. They're all great. Pirate hat. What the heck is a pirate hat? What is a fez too? I don't know either of those.
Yeah, so a pirate hat is what pirates wear.
So it's just a hat that someone wears? It's not a Samuel L. Jackson hat.
Wait,
Dale.
Someone wears? No, a pirate wears.
Time out, Dale. Have you never seen a pirate
specifically
hat?
for pirates?
Dale,
you're saying no one else wore pirates, or no one else wore pirates during that age?
No one wore
You're the one that looks silly here because everybody else knows what a pirate hat is, JL. Everyone in the world knows what a pirate hat is.
You surveyed them all? You asked them all?
They get Johnny Depp, and we got it. All right.
Yeah.
Just type in pirate hate into Google.
I'm just wondering in JL's life, like, did people just wear pirate hats so he thinks it's normal?
Yeah, JL's over here like acting like we're ridiculous for knowing.
I didn't know it
pirate
was a
hat is.
specific hat. I didn't know you were a connoisseur of pirate hats. My apologies.
Not a connoisseur, just seen a movie or two. John Luke, are you going baseball cap or football helmet here?
I'm all about function over form, and so I'm gonna go football helmet, baby. Protection.
I was about to say.
You never know what will hit you. Things could just drop from the sky. You got a football helmet on.
Wear it around.
Protected.
Yeah.
1-1, baseball cap versus football helmet. Dan, where are you going here? Baseball cap or football helmet?
I think protecting the brain is number one safety concern, so football helmet. I agree with JL.
Another vote from JL. It is 2-1 football helmet with a surprising lead so far over the number 1 seed. Tommy, I hear what they're saying about protection, but I wear baseball caps like every day of my life. It's got to be baseball cap.
JL, next time I see you, I hope you're wearing a football helmet.
I will.
Josh,
let me know.
You've got the final vote. Baseball cap or football helmet? Who's on for the next round?
I didn't think my vote was going to be relevant here, but I was going to say football cap, just give him a nod just to be nice. But I mean, football helmet, but it's baseball cap all day. Like, I mean, come on. Like everyone has a baseball cap in their house, right?
Baseball cap moves on. Josh didn't have to throw a pity vote. We've got answers
I'm like
from
fully convinced Simon has a closet full of pirate hats in his house now.
Oh my God.
Some deep closeted obsession.
That would be
Dale, I
kind of
feel
cool,
like
actually.
maybe your parents like sheltered you from pirates growing up or something. Like maybe they like hated pirates that you were so confused about what a
My
pirate
mom's
hat could
watching.
be.
You can ask her. Maybe she'll
You-
comment.
like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies were banned in your household or something. JL, you have the first vote on this one though. Now that you know what a pirate hat is, it is the pirate hat versus a hat with propeller. Which of these is the better hat?
I mean, hat with propeller, is that even that important? Pirate hats all day. Like everybody wears a pirate hat.
Obviously.
Everyone loves pirate hats. Give me the fucking pirate hat
I
all
hate
day,
you.
every day.
You are infuriating
I am
sometimes.
about
Dan,
it. I'm about it. Plus, you
Dan, are
might
you
chop your
going-
hand off in the propeller. You never know. That's not safety. You didn't need to wear a football helmet with your hat with a propeller.
Burner says the triangle pirate hat is legit. Dan, are you going pirate hat or hat with propeller?
I just like to think it's amusing that because Simon knew the common sense of what pirate hat looks like, has turned into him being like the authority on pirate hats.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. It's pirate hats. It's not even close. Pirates.
2-1 for pirate hats. Yeah, it's pirate hats. I tried to come up with a case for hat with propeller, but over the triangle pirate hat, that hat is badass. It's so cool. They should be normal, but they're not. It is 3 votes for pirate hat. Josh, are you going pirate hat or hat with propeller?
It's pirate hat all day. Sorry, hat with propeller. Yeah, it's really cool. You know, it's got that little.
Anthony said jail's so passionate he dropped the F-bomb for the
Got
pirate
to.
hat. It doesn't happen often. The jail lets one
You
slip.
think
but the
pirates
pirate hat
censor their
got it done.
language? Come on. They let it fly.
Scott says propeller bee. Come on, who says hat with propeller? The guys at Front Yard Fantasy say hat with propeller.
Simon's like, I
Propeller.
asked
Yeah.
everybody. It's hat with
Yeah,
propeller.
we do.
Tim said hat with propeller on dog is top tier.
If it was on
Well,
a
that's
dog,
a different
God,
thing.
that's
a completely different
specify
story.
that.
Yeah.
That changes the whole game.
Yeah.
Tommy, it's
Levels it
4-0 for pirate hat. Are you finishing the sweep or are you throwing a vote to hat with propeller?
Yeah, I don't know where you guys all are from, and I don't know if it's the same, but here in Southern California, for some reason, there's a bunch of chicks that like guys that dress like pirates. And I had a buddy that was
What?
like, his girlfriend was obsessed
I
with
get
it,
it
and
now.
he started dressing like a pirate. And this was a while ago, like to be fair, like at least 10 years ago, but it was like a thing here. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because we have Disneyland here or what's the deal, but in Southern
There's a lot
California,
of
if you
water.
dress like a pirate, there is a niche for you for a certain group of women that they will love you for dressing like a pirate. So I'm gonna, for that, I'm saying pirate hat.
Pirate hat 5-0.
I like
I can't tell if I'm missing something, Tom. Is there a joke that just went overhead, or is that a real thing that you're talking
It's a
about?
real thing. I swear to God,
What in the world?
I had a friend that his girlfriend that he started dating wanted him to dress like a pirate, so he started dressing like a pirate occasionally, and it was the funniest thing ever. And she's not the only one. And like I know, like I've said a lot of jokes, but that's a 100% true story.
No, I
That's
believe
that's hilarious.
Maybe
Dan,
their
you've got the
parents
first
sheltered
vote on
them
this.
from Pirates of the Caribbean too, and they're just like flashing out now.
Yeah.
Maybe. Dan, you've got the first vote on the next one. We got to pick up the pace a little bit to make sure we can get through this whole bracket. It is a fedora versus a top hat. What wins here?
If a fedora is good enough for Tom Landry and Indiana Jones, is good enough for me. Fedora.
One vote for fedora. And you know what? That's a great point. But 99.9% of the other fedoras I've seen in my life are completely cringeworthy. Like you've got to be Indiana Jones to pull it off. So I'm going top hat here. Josh, are you going fedora or top hat?
my answer is top hat, but I just love that Scott. I hope this Tommy Moe story ends with, and that's why I own 3 pirate costumes.
Look at my pirate costumes back here in my garage.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
Yeah, my friend was me. Sorry.
Thank you, Burner. Burner brought up the magician's aspect, which I would have. Top hat.
He's a classier plus magicians. Tommy, are you going top hat or fedora?
Yeah, I tried to wear a fedora at a company Christmas party because it was like Cuban theme, and it just was not working for me. So I'm gonna go top hat because that shit is classy.
Tommy said top hat and it's personal fedora. JL, are you going fedora or top hat?
Honestly, I would have been more surprised, Tommy, if you had said that there was like a niche in California of women who really loved men with fedora on versus the pirate hat. I feel like that's less surprising.
I
gotta
think
go
it's in
top hat.
Miami. I'd say Miami
Oh,
probably
is it?
has that. Yeah,
East Coast,
that's where
okay.
you rock it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going top hat.
Closer to Cuba.
Yes.
It's a Cuban
Top
thing.
hat moves on. Up next, we've got the hat JL is wearing. Hey, JL, scoot down a little bit. It is the graduation cap versus the newsboy cap. This goes by other names. The page boy cap. JL calls it the paper boy cap. It's the one with the rounded bill and the thing that comes down to the front of it.
I call it the 1920 stickball hat.
I think that's
JL calls it the 1920 stickball hat. Just imagine Peaky Blinders if you've seen it, and that's the hat we're talking about.
Peaky
That's what I
Blinders.
call it. Peaky Blinders.
I've got the first vote here, and just for the sheer ridiculousness of it, I know there's a backstory to why graduation caps are shaped like a table, but I don't know it, and I think that's such a silly hat that everyone just agrees on that you wear when you graduate. Like, no questions asked. Let me put this square on top of my head. I'm going to go graduation cap for that reason alone. Josh, are you going graduation cap or newsboy cap?
I feel like that's a reason to vote against it almost, like a graduation cap. But just for the Peaky Blinders aspect, and I kind of like that old-timey feel, like especially in movies and shows, newsboy cap.
So I just want to clarify, Burner, there is a difference between the flat cap and the newsboy cap that I learned today in my research. The newsboy cap, they're very similar, but the newsboy cap has a curved brim and the flat cap has a flat one, but both of them have the cloth that comes down to the front. So this one is the curved version. Josh, which one did you vote for? You voted for newsboy?
Newsboy. Yep.
1-1. Tommy, are you going newsboy cap or graduation cap?
I'm trying to picture the description with the flat, and I'm not seeing it, but with graduation caps, I really like the doctorate one when it's like a funny hat. It's like different. It's not like the square one like that JL's rocking right now. But just to be able to say Peaky Blinders, I'm gonna go with newsboy cap.
Hey,
Two
Peaky
votes for
Blinders.
newsboy.
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
John Luke, which one are you going with?
Graduation caps are the actual worst. I know I'm wearing one right now, but they are like I don't know who the hell invented those things. They're terrible. They barely stay on your head. You wear them for 2 hours and then you're done. There's no other time. No other time it's appropriate to wear a graduation cap.
Then it goes in your costume bucket. Newsboy hat is going to win it. Dan, where's your vote going? This one's decided, but we want your vote.
I'll do newsboy.
4-1. I'm the only one who voted for graduation cap. It was a blowout. Up next, we've got the visor versus the Kangol hat. For this, just imagine Samuel L. Jackson, and that's the hat we're talking about.
Right.
It's a backwards paperboy hat.
Josh, I believe you have the first vote.
Just because Samuel L. Jackson rocks it so often, I'm going with the Kangol hat. Let's go. I love his look.
Tommy, Mo, where are you going here?
I have owned visors before and worn them, but I actually did own Kangol hats at one point in my life when I was like 12 or 13, when I had no style and I was just watching a lot of Quentin Tarantino movies. I was like, oh, that's cool. So I'm going to get a Kangol hat.
Let's go. I love that. JL, where are you going here?
I feel like visors are either worn by someone who takes himself way too seriously or not seriously enough. There's no middle ground with a visor.
Right.
True.
No,
so,
perfect.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I have no idea. I've never heard of a Kangol hat until today, but I'm going with that.
Kangol hat, 3-0. Dan, where are you going here?
Steve Spurrier and John Gruden are going to be very upset at us. It's Kangol hat.
True.
And it's a sweep, 5-0. Visors are the worst, especially the ones that come up to here. The really tall visors. Just wear a hat then. Come on.
Spiky hair coming out of the front. Too.
Yes.
Scott Fish's lumberjack hats beat all of these hats so far. It is not on there, though. I'm sorry. There's so many good hats. And Anthony said grad caps are so bad. As soon as you can take it off, you throw it as far as you can.
Get it out of here.
That is a good point. And Scott said, I like JL's description of visor hats, a third category, walking club grandma.
They take themselves way too seriously.
They do take themselves way too seriously. Tommy,
you're right.
Just bridge. Calm down.
You've got the first vote in this one, Tommy. It is a beanie versus a party hat, like a birthday party hat. Which one of these is the better hat?
Okay. I was like, what kind of party are we talking about here? I'll go beanie. I love me some beanies. Means winter's here. It's cooling down. Time to go hit the snow. Yeah, give me a beanie all day.
One vote for beanie. John Luke?
I like beanies when it is very cold outside. I do not understand the people who wear beanies indoors or when it's hot outside. I can't comprehend it. I immediately get a headache if it's not 50 degrees or below. So I'm going to go beanie.
2-0 for beanie. Dan, where are you going? Beanie or party hat?
I love beanies. It's beanies.
3-0 for Beanie.
Baby
And I live in like South Texas. I love beanies, but there's not much use for them here. I think I've worn more party hats in the past year than I have beanies. So I'm going to go party hat here. 3-1 party hat. Josh, it's been decided, but what are you voting?
It's Beanie all day here. Shout out to Kev. Let's go.
4-1. Beanie moves on. And up next, we've got the cowboy hat versus the dunce cap. John Luke, you have the first vote here. What's it going to be?
Yeah, I feel like cowboy hats are worn by people who either take themselves too seriously or not seriously enough. So, case in point. I'm gonna go. These kind of seem like the same hat. Like they might be the same thing. So I'm gonna go dunce cap.
One vote for dunce cap from John Luke. Dan, where are you going here? Dunce cap or cowboy hat?
Just because you're wearing that cowboy hat, dunce cap.
Yes.
2 votes for dunce
Ask
cap.
Simon how much he loves cowboy boots.
I'm
Cowboy
not going
boots
to know the answer to that.
are the death of me. Every time I see cowboy boots, I want to jump into traffic. I hate everything about them, the way they fit. Actually, it's not even how they look. It's just how they make my feet feel.
I want you to tell the story so bad. I know that we don't have time.
We don't have time, but I will tell
love
the
the
cowboy
story.
boot story another time. It's cowboy hat. I'm down here in Texas. There's not many things I like about this state, but the cowboy hat is one of them. Josh, where are you going here? Cowboy hat or dunce cap?
It's cowboy hat all day. The dunce cap, it's kind of sketchy. It's got the point and it's white, and let's get it out of here. Cowboy hat.
That's a great point, Josh. It is 2 votes for cowboy hat. Tommy, are you going cowboy hat or dunce cap? You are deciding the winner of this one.
One of my best friends has hit a midlife crisis and has decided to go full on country. Country, everything, boots. And again, we live in Southern California. Yes, there's a lot of like country music fans here, but like full on country as if he was from Texas. So, and I hate it. I can't stand it. Like that's all he listens to now. So just to like piss off Scott Fish more with like ridiculous hats that are winning, I'm gonna go dunce cap just to completely throw it off.
You changed, man.
Guys, there's too many good hats, but too many good hats, but there are terrible ones on here. You know what? Stop whipping out the word but.
Too many good hats, my butt.
That's how you know he's serious.
Too many hats, my butt. There are terrible ones on here.
And Scott says, not only do I have to fix brackets, but also has to fix omissions from the brackets. Yeah, you've got a pretty hard job. And he said cowboy hat easy. Burner said cowboy hat as well. And we're on to our last matchup of the first round. It is the floppy hat versus a snapback. So the floppy hat, imagine like a garden lady wearing like a floppy hat, or a woman at the beach with a big old floppy hat on. Like a floppy beach hat is what we're talking about. Dan, you've got the first vote here. Is it floppy hat or is it snapback?
Wizard hat should just replace dunce cap.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yes.
It's not popular enough. It's not quite pirate level.
We can do hats 2.0 with all the hats that we missed.
There we go. Snapback.
Snapback with 1 vote. I don't know if you guys have ever worn a floppy hat on the beach, like stolen it from your mom or girlfriend or something, put it on, but it is clutch. It is so nice. It's so comfortable. It's not like rigid getting in your way either. Stops the sun. You can read no problem. But it's snapback. 2-0 for snapback. Josh, are you going snapback or floppy hat?
Snapback. Let's go.
Yeah, good point,
In
Josh.
case you can't see,
You can do a costume
put on a
change.
snapback.
Tommy, are you going snapback or floppy hat?
So when we said baseball hats earlier, did we mean fitted hats? Because like all of my hats like this are all snapbacks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess
I
the
think those are the same.
clarification was more like
How about trucker
this,
hat?
this is more of a ignore the trucker on the back of this, but
Yeah.
like the curved bill athletic hat
Yeah,
versus
snapback?
the flat bill snapback. This
Okay.
was the closest thing I had to an example sitting there.
Okay.
I thought the snapback was the snappy mechanism. It's not what snapback means.
It refers to a style now as well from my Googling. Like there's not just like, you can refer to the thing on the back as the snapback, but there's also a style of hat that falls under snapbacks, which is like traditionally this style of hat, like the flat bill, like solid front and then snaps in the back.
Yeah.
I'm also realizing how many hats there really are out there. Cause like we could have put a dad hat, like that whole dad hat look where it's like not like this.
That's basically a
square.
baseball cap, though,
The
right?
jester hat with the little bells on it.
I'm just in
The
awe
five-
at
the
how many
five
hats
panel.
we've created.
There's the 5-panel hat.
Yep, there's all kinds of shit. Yeah, it's insane. There's probably too many hats. That's why we have to rank them. Snapback for me on this one. Because I literally, that's all I wear all day. I mean, I thought it was a baseball hat, but I literally wear snapbacks constantly.
Okay, 3-0 for snapback. And guys, we got to power through this. John Luke, snapback or floppy hat?
Snapback.
4 votes for snapback. Dan?
Snapback.
5-0 sweep. Sorry, floppy hat. And we are into the second
All right,
round.
we got this, boys. Let's speed through.
Dan had the last vote. Josh, you've got the first vote here. Is it baseball cap or
I think
pirate
it's you,
hat?
Simon. Right? No?
Well, Dan had the last vote. That means I had the first vote.
Perfect,
So
perfect. It's got to be. I'm gonna go pirate hat. Pirate hat. Let's go pirate hat all day. Yes.
Arr, 1 vote for pirate hat.
Arr.
Scott Fish said, I seriously question who made this list. Ippy me, matey. Tommy, are you going pirate hat or baseball cap?
Now that we have snapback up there, I'm going pirate cap.
Let's go.
Pirate
Let's
hat.
go.
He said, forget you, baseball cap. Pirate hats all day. John Luke, are you going with your new favorite hat, the pirate hat, or with the baseball cap?
I've only ever had one dream in my life, and it's to only wear a pirate hat every single day. It's my favorite piece of accessory outerwear. I want the pirate hat. Give me pirate hat.
3-0 pirate hat. Dan?
Pirate hat.
4-0, and let's make it 5. The 1 seed just got swept in the second round by pirate hat. Anthony said Santa hat snub. Burner said bowler would have been good too.
That's a good one.
We got a bunch of good. We can do hats 2.0, guys. It actually
could.
Yep. And then
Tommy,
you can have the 2 hat brackets going. Yeah.
Oh,
This is the
that's
West
awesome.
seed and the East seed. Yeah.
This is the quarter. We're gonna do 4 different hat brackets. We
Final
become the
four.
hat channel. Front yard hats. Tommy, you've got the first vote here. Top hat versus newsboy cap. Where are you going?
Peaky Blinders all day. Newsboy.
Newsboy cap. John Luke.
Oh God, who said that it was a magician? Because that's like totally messed me up now. Because that's
Because now you like it.
Magicians.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Yo, most magicians
Yeah,
are
like
creepy. Most magicians are pretty creepy. Like,
Especially the ones that wear on top of that.
I think like you have to be
Creepy isn't
creepy for
the-
20 years as a magician first before you're allowed to be famous. Like you have to go through your creepy lumps and then you're allowed to make it big. But
Creepy is in the eyes of the beholder. I don't think it's I don't think pirates are any less creepy. People who dress as
kind
pirates.
of true.
I'm gonna go with newsboy hat. Give me the
2-0.
1920s stickball Brooklyn little boy paperboy hat.
Jail's got his vote in. Dan, top hat or newsboy cap?
Newsboy.
And newsboy's going to move on. My vote's for top hat. I think they're funny. Josh, are you going top hat or newsboy cap?
Yeah, this is a close one. I'll go newsboy cap. If you didn't go, I would give top hat a pity vote.
4-1. Newsboy cap moves on. Up next, we've got the Kangol hat versus the beanie. After some of the past matchups, this one's actually kind of serious. These are both relatively normal hats. In Jail, you have the first vote here. Is it Kangol hat or is it beanie?
For me, it's going to be Kangol hat.
One vote for the
Samuel.
Kangol hat. Dan, where are you going here?
Beanie is a staple of my wardrobe in winter, so beanie.
Beanie. I don't wear either of these very often. In fact, I've never worn a Kangol hat. And beanies make me look so bald though with my receding hairline. Like I can never figure out how quite to wear them. So it's going to be Kangol hat for me.
Like your eyebrows, right?
What'd you say? Yeah, but I feel bald every time I put one on. Josh, are you going Kangol hat or beanie?
Simply for the Tarantino factor, Kangol hat. Let's go.
It is moving on. Oops, I accidentally pressed minus. And Tommy, are you going Kangol hat or beanie?
I know I suggested Kangol hat to you in the DMs, but I want to go beanie here.
Too bad. Too
Yeah,
bad,
but
man.
it don't really matter.
I'm going Kangol hat, man.
Yeah, give me beanie. Just that's my pick. Yeah.
Another vote to beanie,
Yeah,
but
dude.
Kangol hat moves on. And Jay has a great point. Date Mike wears a Kangol. It needs to win.
That
is a good
point.
That,
Up next,
Yes.
we've got the
Next to
dunce
me.
cap versus the snap
Beanies
back.
do look better with beards. Burner Stern just said
Oh
that,
yeah,
by the
just
way.
rub it in, Burner, that I can't
They
grow
do.
a freaking
They
beard.
do.
Thanks a lot.
It's true, though.
do.
It's true.
It's true.
It's really true.
Yeah, I will
Mhm.
overheat twice.
Dan, you've got the first vote on this one. It is the 10-seed dunce cap versus the 2-seed snapback. Where are you going here?
I feel like having a hat specifically to shame people is awesome. So dunce cap.
One vote for dunce cap. I'm going snapback. I think if my teachers were allowed to put dunce caps on my head as a kid, they would have. They just weren't allowed. Oh, and I remember I told my grandfather once I wanted to be a packaging science major, and he said, "You want to be an effing box engineer? You might as well make yourself a dunce cap while you're at it," because he didn't really understand what it was. So traumatic childhood memories out. I'm going snapback. Josh, are you going dunce cap or snapback?
Snapback all day, guys. It's really the only hat I ever wear. So let's go.
It is 2-1. Tommy, are you sending snapback to the next round or giving a vote
Definitely.
to dunce cap?
Nope, snap cap all day.
Snap
Snapback.
back. Moving on.
Snap cap back.
JL, what about
Yeah.
you? Where's your vote going?
No, I feel like I agree with what Dan said. I feel like definitely some people on the stream right now should have to regularly wear dunce caps. So I'm gonna go with dunce cap.
It is 3-2, but snapback moves on, and we are in the semifinals. It is pirate hat, newsboy cap, Kangol hat, and snapback as our 4 semifinalists. And I have the first vote. I am
You
Ron
do.
Burgundy. It's
Yeah,
pirate
Ron.
hat. It's pirate hat. I'm the pirate hat expert. I'm the pirate hat connoisseur. I have a closet full of them. It's got to be pirate hat. Josh, are you going pirate hat or
Obviously,
newsboy cap?
pirate hat. It's pirate hat. It's pirate hat. Let's go.
It is pirate hat. Anthony says JL is on one today. What the heck?
Love it. I love it.
Tommy, are you going pirate hat or newsboy cap here?
I mean, it got me my wife, so I have to go pirate hat.
His closet filled with the costume.
Best rationale ever.
I did not think we were going to be getting a surprise run from pirate hat in this bracket, but here it is. JL, are
Here
you
we
going
are.
pirate hat or newsboy cap?
Complete just keep it going. Triangle all day, baby.
4-0. And Dan, are you finishing the sweep
Sweep
or
'em.
giving a nod
Sweep
to
it. Pirate hat.
Pirate
another
hat is on
sweep
a roll.
for pirate hat? Whew, pirate hat has not lost a single vote in the entire bracket so far. Wait,
And it won't.
it's 5-0, 5-0,
Jeez, across the
5-0.
board.
We've got the Kangol hat versus the snapback. Josh, you've got the first vote here.
Again, snapback's the only one I really wear. Let's go snapbacks.
One vote for snapback. Tommy, where are you going here? Kangol hat or snapback?
Snapback
2
all
votes
day.
for snapback. John Luke,
Josh said something last round that the Kangol hat is because of the Quentin Tarantino factor. For that alone, I'm going snapback.
Yeah. We always have this debate.
You've ruined
Tarantino.
it. You've ruined it. When it was Samuel L. Jackson hat, I was about it, but
You like Christopher Nolan more? I like Tarantino more. Get over it. All right.
Get over it.
Dan, are you going Kangol
I'll
hat
throw a
or
vote to
snapback?
Kangol. I'll throw a vote to Kangol.
3-1, and I'm going to go snapback. So it is 4-1,
All
and
right.
we have our
Championship.
championship
Here it
matchup. Pirate
best.
hat
It has to be a
versus
sweep. It has to be a
snapback
sweep.
in the finals.
Oh.
Tommy, you've got the first vote. What are you doing here?
I'm so conflicted. This is the hardest vote of the entire
you
thing.
know the answer.
It actually
Tommy.
is.
You
Tommy.
know the
I
answer.
agree. It actually is.
Oh, I know. Oh man, it's like, do I go comedy factor or do I really vote on this? Okay. Snapback. I love snapbacks. I can't.
Snapback. The first vote against Pirate Hat in this bracket. Burner says Pirate Hat
if it's
for
4
the
to 1,
win.
I'm cool with that.
Anthony said Pirate Hat is the dark horse with the black beard.
Yes.
John Luke, are you going Pirate Hat or snapback?
I've never even worn a snapback, but I've worn pirate hats all day. So give me pirate hat.
Yeah, hold up.
One vote for Pirate Hat. Dan, Pirate Hat or snapback?
Awesome.
It has to be pirate hat.
2-1 for Pirate
know.
Hat. And I'm wearing a snapback right now. I've got 3 more snapbacks sitting in
Put
this
it on
room.
me.
Oh, it's all on you,
But that's
Josh.
only because I don't own a pirate hat. It's pirate
Okay.
hat is gonna win.
It's not on me. It's
I
all
was-
over.
I was
Pirate
going
Hat
to
won.
give you so
I
much
can
shit if you
vote for
didn't go pirate
snapback
hat.
just like I want to vote for. Actually, thank God. And Pirate Hat won. This is perfect.
Pirate Hat is
Amazing.
officially the winner of our best hats bracket. Undisputable. It has been
Oh,
proven by
Called it from the
science.
start.
Pirate hats
Science.
are the best hats, and JL loves pirate hats, always
I
has, and
knew it
knew
from the
what they
start.
were
Yep.
before this stream started.
Mhm.
Burner said, think of those ladies in Southern California, Tommy.
I already got mine. That's why I had to put my pirate hats away. I already got mine.
Retire the outfits.
Jay, everyone, just real quick, Jay.
And men
shame
in
on
Southern California.
shame on you, Jay.
This is
This is a
horrible.
terrible joke.
So bad.
It's rated R.
That's what she said, Jay.
Come on, Jay. Come on. Jay Fuse 2 said, ooh, I'm assuming about Jay's joke and not about Pirate Hat winning, because how could you hate the fact that Pirates won? Tommy, thank you so much for coming on today and helping us determine that Ryan Fitzpatrick is our favorite late round sleeper. Or was it Naeem Hines? Did I
God,
mess that up already?
Ryan
It was Russell
Fitzpatrick
Gage.
wearing a pirate
Russell
hat.
Gage.
It was Russell Gage.
It was
Russell
Russell
Gage in a
Gage.
pirate hat.
I'm an
Wearing a
idiot.
pirate hat.
Yeah.
Russell Gage in a pirate hat. That's who
Yep.
did the murder. Was it in the kitchen? That sounds like we're
Yes.
talking like Clue
Yeah, it's
answers
like-
over there. Russell Gage with the pirate hat. But Tommy, I really appreciate you coming on. Guys, if you do not follow Tommy, he's on Twitter at 2on1FFB. And Tommy, you want to tell them where else they can find your work?
Yeah, you can find all of our stuff at theundroppables.com. Go and follow at The Undroppables on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Undroppables. We had a lot of great Scott Fishbowl content up there to help you guys with your drafts. There's some late round stuff there too for guys that are still in your drafts. And yeah, you can just catch all of our work at The Undroppables.
Sounds like I got
And thank you guys.
Yeah, and thank you guys for having me. This was so much fun. I man, my cheeks hurt from laughing. I had a really great time. This is awesome.
I'm gonna send you so many pictures of Pirates hats from now on.
Yes, please. And I better see all you guys. I'm sending you guys actual pirate hats. I want to see
2
photos of
a.m.
it.
DM.
Yes.
My girlfriend.
Yes.
I already texted my girlfriend
I
and
got
said,
that
guess
better.
what, babe? I'm getting a pirate hat. And she is
Yes,
so
you are.
excited. She
Don't
can't
tease me.
believe it. She's so
Well, it's
excited.
like, who's sending you pictures right now? Like, oh, it's Jay on this fucking pirate hat.
Look at that feather. Look at the plume.
Okay, guys, that's it for us today. Josh, I know you've got
That's a
something
big
you
boy.
wanted to say.
Trading makes fantasy fun, right?
Trading
Right, Tommy?
makes
Right?
fantasy
Yeah.
fun. I completely
Yeah.
agree. We will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time playing some fantasy quiplash with Nate Polvote. Until then, we are out of here. Adios, everybody.
Burner.
Love you guys.